Stossel Matter segment tonight is part of President Obama's economic stimulus and green energy programs. The Fisker automotive company got approval for $529 million in loans from the Energy Department. Apparently, close to $200 million of that has already been paid. Fisker makes a luxury electric car. The problem is, it doesn't work very well.
This is Consumer Reports' Fisker Karma. It cost us over $100,000. That's right, we bought this car from a dealer. This is not a press car. It's an electric car that also has a gasoline engine, much like a Chevy Volt. And it looks awesome. It is low, it is sleek, it is sensuous. It's also broken. Right here in the middle of our driveway. The car doesn't go in gear. It doesn't move. The dealer has to come with a flatbed and take it away. And hopefully they can fix it.
Right. I don't know whether the government paid for the tow truck or not. Here now to explain further, John Stossel. And this is another in a long line. I got them all, and we're going to read them tonight. Government boondoggle. They don't know what they're doing. They lend money to anybody if it sounds good, and we're just getting fleeced.
We are getting fleeced. You overstate it. They don't lend money to anybody who sounds good because there are a million people applying. They make an effort to find the best ones, but the people who have cronies in government get the loans. In government, they can't even count votes accurately. They're not capable of deciding what the new technology is going to be.
So we lose $200 million on this Fisker deal.
Well, Friday, they fired 75% of their workforce.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. Okay, so that's done. Now, there's a company called Enri. All right, Enri got a $119 million stimulus grant. They filed for bankruptcy. Do you know what Enri does, by the way? Does anybody know what they do?
I don't.
All right, so it's some kind of green company. Then there's A123 Systems. They went bankrupt, and they lost $142 million taxpayer dollars. Again, some green company that does something nobody understands. Tesla Motors, all right, they have net losses, Tesla Motors, and this is another electric car, right? Tesla,
yes,
another electric car. $523 million in losses.
I mean, Solar Trust.
And they got $465 million from the government.
Solar Trust got $2 billion from the government.
What's Solar Trust? What do they do?
It's one of these solar power companies.
All right, so to
bankrupt.
The Sun, bankrupt.
Yes,
Abound Solar, Loveland, Colorado based. They're out of here, right? The taxpayer on the hook for $68 million. But that's chump change, according to the other one, right?
That's right.
All right. So we can go on and on, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you think there comes a point where the federal government has to be held accountable, responsible for wasting this money that we earned?
Of course, but if they have the right to spend it, they're going to keep doing that. Only when government's smaller and you let the market make these decisions will you get results. So why would you invest in a car company if the Stossel car company was getting a big loan? You'd say, well, I'm not going to develop my technology because I have an advantage. It kills what might be good innovation.
But I'm more interested in, I know by Constitution the government has a right to tax. But shouldn't there be some kind, if you waste the money irresponsibly, we can indict you? I mean, shouldn't there be something?
Everybody, they'd all be indicted.
Good!
Constantly
indict them all!
Money.
There's not that many of them. We could do it. Set up kangaroo courts, hanging courts.
Let's just limit their power, because the bureaucrats don't care.
And how do you do that? They have the right to tax by the Constitution. How do you limit the power? They win tax, they waste the money.
They don't have the right to spend more than they tax. That's what they're doing now.
You're saying you want a constitutional budget-balanced amendment?
No, that would never pass, so they'd slime around it, or they'd raise taxes to balance the budget.
Right, so there is no solution.
The solution is for them to spend less, to do fewer things.
Okay, but the people have voted in the big spenders, and the small spenders lost.
They always lose, and we have to convince people
that
it's a fatal conceit that they can do it better.
John Stossel, everybody, there he is. When we come right back.